remember seeing the man in the front.
Yes.
Okay, I'm talking about the man with the red shirt.
Correct.
Okay. Did you know who he was that night?
No.
He's the pedophile, right?
No.
Okay. Do you remember him from that night?
Very distinctly.
Okay.
Oh.
Tell people on the jury why you remember him.
I remembered seeing him with his red shirt, and the thing that caught me was the green earring. And this was when BLM had just come down in front of us. And there was some other gentlemen that were talking with Ryan. They were talking, things were calm. And I saw him, and it was kind of a back and forth because I had some of the female protesters that were standing.
Look at the way she's addressing the jury. This looks natural.
They wanted to
Yes.
Comparing that to Gross rights yesterday.
right? And I just wasn't taking a side. I was just there to protect the business. So I would look and survey and go to them, and I would look and survey, and I would see Rosenbaum standing there. And I saw the plastic bags in his back pocket. I didn't know what it was. And then, can I go on?
Well,
Please, GRambo, please keep talking.
GRambo.
Nice. Notice of or would remember.
Yeah, that's the part I was kind of getting to is, I know you guys call him Mr. Yellow Pants, and that's kind of what we called him. He
Mr.
jumped
Yellow
up on the
Pants.
car, and everybody started screaming, "Get off the car!" And Black Lives Matter was screaming, and he was shouting, and Rosenbaum started shouting back at us that he's gonna, pardon me, Judge, for saying this and everybody else, but he's gonna kill us, motherfuckers, motherfucking niggers, and cut our heads off.
Wow.
Hard R.
Oh. And
Hard R. Pardon me, Judge.
what was your
people, dear.
response to that, if any, when he said that?
None. You kind of are frozen at the verbiage and the threats coming out of him. I mean, the whole night was quite shocking, but we didn't really do anything. We just kind of stood there. You have to ignore that.
Was there anything else that you saw
Rosenbaum was a very big NLM supporter.
That you remember?
Not BLM, NLM. To him.
Yellow Pants was screaming. I saw that. I was going back to the ladies that were taunting me and going back and looking at him. And as I looked at him, I saw his arm go up and like something, like he lobbed something. And then within seconds, my eyes started watering, my nose started watering, I started coughing. I didn't know what a chemical bomb was. I didn't know. All of a sudden, I just heard guys screaming, chemical bomb, chemical bomb. And I just pulled my mask up.
Did you see him specifically throw something?
Yes.
Do you remember what it? I'll ask you this way. Do you remember what he? I'm not asking that you say he threw a bomb. I'm asking if you know what was in his hand that he threw.
Yeah, he went back and threw like that.
Do you remember what he threw? Meaning, did he throw a? What was it?
I don't recall.
Okay. That evening, did you, while he was in your purview, your sight, did you see Mr. Rittenhouse threaten anyone?
Oh no.
Did you see him point his gun at anyone?
Oh no.
No, he's a good boy. He's a nice boy.
Was there
Don't say
anyone
that.
there that
Don't say that, Grandma.
had?
Could have scripted that.
I guess I'll strike that. After you see Rosenbaum and he does what you say he does, do you see Kyle stay there or does he leave that location?
It was later in the evening after the police finally moved him down. We were all standing outside because we kind of thought it was over. And then you just heard the ruckus going on down by the gas station. I think it's the Ultimate. And then we heard gunshots. And that's when Kyle and Ryan and Dustin and Lurk, I think his nickname was Lurk or Work.
Okay.
They left.
So did you see, well, I'll ask it to you this way. So you heard, are you telling me that you heard gunshots and then Kyle left?
Yes.
And if you recall, how close in time was that to about 11:50, if you know?
Oh,
I'll ask it to you this way. How close was it in time? You know now that Kyle ended up being chased by Mr. Rosenbaum and shooting.
oh, that was way before.
Way before.
Yes.
Okay. So
Like
what
I
I'm
just got to
asking you
say
is
that.
later
That
in
was
the night,
beautiful.
was there a time that you were aware that Kyle tried to get back to you
Oh, yes.
and couldn't?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a
Why
while.
isn't Binger objecting to leading?
So we did see
here?
it because I was
Because he did it
standing
himself.
right over the wall
Pot calling the kettle, yeah.
When you came
Yeah,
up.
still.
So I was standing up front and I was watching because
Well,
he's also-
Richards doesn't know
he
what
also-
to reject.
And the gas
He
station
also
was
might
right
be
in the other corner.
waiting
So
for
he
Cross.
did come back. He had his hands in the air, and he even said, "I'm working over that business over there." I could hear him telling the police that, and they told him, no, turn around, you can't go through, you have to get back. And we were even yelling, let him through, let him through.
Did you see him then turn around and
Police's
go back?
fault, Kyle, were there.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go back to the
Or was
Ultimate
there?
gas station. It looked like he was going over there, so
And is that the last time before the shooting that you saw him?
Yeah.
Now, from your location, you don't see what happened with Mr. Rosenbaum, just let me finish, with Mr. Rosenbaum, Mr. Huber, and Mr. Grosskreutz, right?
yes, correct.
Do you see Kyle after that?
Yes, I do.
When?
I think after everything had happened, he had come back up. I heard from the guys on the roof, they're like, open the door, it's Kyle. So I opened up, because we had to keep the front door locked. I opened up the door, he kind of came running in and kind of fell into me, and there was a chair right there, so he sat down there. I saw him after everything had happened.
How did he look to you?
Totally in shock.
Can you give me some physical descriptors that would make
Yes, I'm sorry.
kind of you?
He was pale, shaking, kind of stuttering, stammering his words. He was sweating.
Do you recall him saying anything?
Yes, he had come in and he looked at me. He said right out that he had shot someone, and he kind of sat down in the chair and he was looking for his brother. He's asking for his brother Dominic, and he sat down. I remember him pulling his hair back, and he's pulling it back really hard. And just his comment was, "My God, my life might be over." And we're just like, okay, calm down.
After he said his life might be over, did anybody ask him anything about the circumstances about what had happened?
Yeah, Dustin had come in at that time, and Dustin had commented. Dustin was kind of.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't want to know what Dustin said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll ask it to you this way then. Did Kyle respond to anything that was said?
Yes,
What was that?
that was that he had to.
That's a hearsay objection.
Yes.
He's not an average
After
party
he
right
said
now.
that,
No, it's not for the truth of the matter.
did you
He
state
didn't. She's not testifying whether he had to or not.
No, he
Correct,
wanted
correct.
his
Thank you
brother
for correcting.
Dominic, and I know Dominic was on the roof. I took his gun. Like I said, he was just shaking, so I took his gun. I ran out back. I set his gun on one of the trucks out back, and then I went up the ladder and I called the guys and I yelled, "Dominic, get down here!" So he
Gave him a
came down.
massage. I made him some
and when I
soup,
came
made
back
him feel
in,
better.
Knitted him a sweater.
my last question or two is you had said that you had climbed up a ladder to get up on the roof.
Yeah.
You just said that. Okay. Where do you know where those ladders came from?
No, I know we went into business when we
China.
first got there, and they were all in the back. So it's like a building, and then it's like a back parking lot that's fenced in.
Okay.
And in that back fenced in areas where they have the sheds and all that. Nick went in there and pulled everything out, and that's how the guys have got up on the roof in the back.
During the evening, throughout the evening, was there a period of time that, other than doing medical work, that you saw Kyle doing anything else to kind of assist in the community?
Yeah, actually, me and Kyle ran. Excuse me, we ran. I think it's north. Is it this way up Sheridan? I can't see it.
So hold on.
Sorry, my direction is a little off right now.
She comes off very endearing, I think.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it is. I'm sorry.
And Bigger's got to be careful not to hard cross her.
That would be
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
would you
Yeah,
video
oh
it or
yeah,
would you
towards
just?
St. James Church.
Oh, I hope he sends Kraus
So-
across. That would be great.
We ran up there because there was they were starting a
Man,
fire
you
on
need to-
the
You need to get on a diet.
the plywood
Yawned.
doors. They had covered up all the doors, and they actually started, or whatever you call it, fluid, whatever you want to start a fire. They threw it all over that door, and we're trying to start the front door of the church on fire. So me and Kyle had actually run up to that area to try to put the fire out, but people that were running along with the protesters had gone up there and put the fire extinguisher out, and then we just walked back.
Thank you.
Burning the church down.